I was 19 and I had been overseas, so overseas, you could drink and everything. Everybody
At
had,
a younger age.
yeah, the
Yeah,
younger
at a
age.
younger age. Yeah.
Man, when we got back to Little Creek, Virginia, shout out, Roger that. Um, I went right in there, exchange. Had the wine and coolers, and I went up to the counter, and she asked for my ID. I'm like, for what? Man, I had to realize, man, you not overseas anymore. You got to turn around. I turned right around too. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's the difference of what we do overseas. I mean, anybody can get led astray.
Yeah. And
Depending
it's
on who
it's the
you
culture.
hanging with. Yes.
Yeah, it's the culture because the culture over there lets them start at a very young age because we can't handle our kids at a very young age drinking. We
Well,
can't. We
well,
can't. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
even when I was over there in Germany too, man, when I was overseas and they were drinking early, drinking 16.
Oh, yeah,
16 with the parents or whatever. 18, you don't need nobody. Boom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So it's not a big deal over there because they know how to handle themselves versus we get ignorant.
I'll say this too, and shout out to my uh, Italians in Sicily. Roger that. Buongiorno. Como stai? Como si? But
That's
they would
Spanish.
drink. They would drink. At 16, have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Vino. But they're not drinking to get drunk. That was the
I know.
difference. When us Americans would any place around right around the base, those youth they start acting almost like us, you know. Because back then hey, I couldn't stop. I love to drink. So, hey man, we are drinking. And then the locals, they get around us, oh man, they cool, they cool. And now they drinking the liquor too. It ain't just wine, but we drinking to get drunk and
Yeah.
party, So
Yeah.
their culture is different, usually overseas, than what we do in the States. Because when we
Well,
party, we want to party hard.
yeah, you want to party hard, and we try to feel like we have all these freedoms, and since we have all these freedoms, you
Yeah.
can't tell me what I can and cannot do. So that's why I drink till I pass out. That type stuff, you know what I mean? Because that's what we do over here. Over there, it was so interesting, and I'll let you know. Like when I went over there to Oktoberfest,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
And Oktoberfest, it was in Munich or whatever. So I
Mm.
went over there, and what's so crazy is everybody's drinking
Hmm.
these big things of beer or whatever. I can't think of what they call the actual containers, but they were huge, and they would drink them, and they would just keep bringing them, keep bringing them. Everybody's having a great time.
I know they're getting drunk too, though.
Nobody's.
Come
Oh
on.
yeah, everybody was getting drunk, but nobody was fighting.
Oh,
When I was there, I was looking there. I was like, this couldn't happen in America. There's no way we would be able to sit back, have drinks, get drunk together, and everything be okay.
mm.
It'll be somebody pull out a weapon. It'll be somebody push somebody. Because it was so crazy just to see people. They were like, the people that had a little too much, they just lay out on the grass out there and just chill or whatever. And then other people just having a good time.
I got a question for you. Then you
Yeah.
as you was thinking and saying that.
Hmm.
So, are you saying, or do you think, congregation? Let me know.
Hmm.
So, do you think Americans are violent people?
Well, I think we are in comparison. In comparison to when I was over there, yes, man. But remember this. Remember this. They may not have as many freedoms as we have. They
Right.
may not be able to do this quote unquote freedom of speech and all
Hmm.
of that. They can't
Hmm.
just say what they want to say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
okay with that. Everybody can't have a weapon in their household like we can to protect themselves. They can't have that. You got to have a certain job or a certain credential to actually have it in order to have it in your house. Versus with us, all we gotta depending on what state you're in, you just make sure you cover. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there was no need for it because nobody was doing the deeds that they're doing over here. It was so crazy being over there. It was just like so peaceful. So
Mm,
peaceful. In all actuality, I was kind of reverting back and thinking like just in the 1940s, that's when old boy was there doing the gas chambers and stuff. Now
yeah,
I don't know if that's a trigger word for the YouTube, so I ain't gonna say his name, but we
yeah.
already
No.
know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But I'm saying like it ain't been that long. Yeah, like it's been forever. You would think that there'd be still craziness going, but no, they don't even play with that.
Okay.
They don't play with it, man. You can't put it up nowhere, nothing. You
Hmm.
going up under the jail around here.
Yeah.
But we have all these rights, and since we have all these rights, people feel free to do whatever they feel the need to do at any given time.
Well, with this topic, and I'm gonna switch it a little bit just to
Go
move.
ahead.
So, what do you
Yeah.
feel in congregation? Let me know, and maybe we should have turned this into a short.
Mhm.
Um, Legalizing marijuana throughout all the states. I would say this real quick. Well, I thought when they legalized marijuana, it was going to be something crazy. People were going to be going wild, and accidents, and just all of these
Why would you
things.
think that? Why would you think that though?
A drug, because you was
No,
always
it's not.
taught.
It's not the type of drug that
But it was
that
always
gets you
taught
going
that,
crazy.
man, marijuana is a gateway drug. That's
Of
I'm
course,
older. It's a gateway drug. Once you deal with, and then you won't feel
it
the
may
effects
lead to other
anymore,
things
and
though.
it's gonna lead to now you into cocaine, you into acid, you into all of these things. You just keep going higher until
Hmm.
you're addicted and you're taking anything. So, what is your thoughts on marijuana being legalized? Let's say all 50 states.
Well, if it is, um, it may not do too much, but I feel like this is what I feel, and y'all could leave some in the comments. But I feel like if everybody is high, they're gonna be
Oh no!
passing things and having legislation and doing different
Wait,
things,
wait.
and you ain't even gonna know what's going on.
Congress? What?
Yes. No, I ain't talking about them being high. I'm
Yeah.
talking about the people of the states
Okay.
being high
Okay.
and not even voting. Oh, I was supposed to vote today. Oh man, forget it, man. Whatever, right? Because you
Mm,
because I know that gets you to a point where you kind of like forget everything. You know what I mean? You're
yeah.
like, man, whatever. I'm good. I'm good. Ain't no big deal. But they gonna be passing things, changing things, making elections, and you and I ain't gonna know because if everybody's high off of weed or whatever, then it's like, I
That's
mean,
interesting.
that's what I think would happen if everybody's high. I know not everybody's not going to partake in it. So those individuals who don't do it will continue their life as usual. But those who could be helping the community will just be high and won't even participate in the community. You know? Do you know a bunch of people that get high all the time and they always the first ones at the polls to vote?
Oh, come on now.
Well, I'm just saying. It's
No,
just a question.
no,
Just a question.
no, no.
All right then. Oh, I ain't voting this time, man. I'm good. Or don't even register. Like, I'm good. It don't affect me unless it was something that was gonna do something about taxes or something for marijuana or something like that. Then they'd be like, man, I do need to vote on that one though. Let's do that one.
Well, I want to know what the congregation, how do you feel about marijuana use and then legalizing
Hmm.
it all 50 states? Just let's see. Because it seems like it's bouncing everywhere. It's bouncing. They doing medical marijuana, and shout out, some people need it. A lot of people, anxiety, they say it helps with the appetite, for some patients that's diagnosed with different illnesses. So, I mean, I'm for it for the medical reasons. And then I guess,
Well, it's crazy
and
that you say you're for it for the medical reason
for
because
the
it's
medical
it's, it's, no,
reasons, if
it's
it's,
no different from taking pills. Then
yeah,
either you're gonna take pills or you're gonna smoke weed all the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just to,
yeah.
just to be sane.
Well, I don't know about if it's making you sane, if it cuts off, yeah, some people's anxiety, if it cuts that off, well, then maybe so, for cancer patients or whatever, to re-energize them eating and things of that nature, if that's the case, uh, the medicinal usage of it, and then the small amounts of recreational use that they have, because I know, isn't it in DC? It's legal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I remember when I came up there to visit you, man, I couldn't believe, that's all you smell. I mean,
yeah,
good gracious, it was everywhere,
everywhere. Yeah, yeah.
everywhere.
Just in the air as you're driving by.
Yeah,
You have your window down, you just smell it in the air. You ain't
yeah.
even got to see nobody. That's how much it is. So that means if you're driving through with your kids, they be like, "Daddy, what's that smell?"
Hey,
Uh, according to Mitch, that's that good gracious.
that's that good grace, that Reggie Bush. That's that skunk. That old. And
Some of that
then
old humbra.
hey, and for them old heads are
Uh,
reefer.
uh,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go.
Guaranteed, man. I just feel like we're not gonna be if you're gonna do it to be sane, it becomes an addiction. Then now you gotta do it the rest of your life. And somebody in the comments, man, y'all can comment on people that use it for medical reasons. Is it to get yourself out of pain? Is it just to bring down your anxiety?
Yeah.
What are the reasons why you guys are going to the doctor and saying, I need this to be put in, a script for me so I can go get this? Why is it that you feel like you need to smoke the trees, should I say?
Come
Why do you
on.
feel like that's a need to be sane, to be okay, to deal with day to day life? Why do you feel like you need that? I don't. I mean, I'm biased, I guess I would say, because I don't do it like that at all. So, but for those individuals that be chiefing all the time, what's the point of it? Do you like that feeling, and you always want to be at that feeling?
Mm.
Do you always want to be in slow motion?
Hey,
Do you
so,
always want to be in the I don't care mode?
well,
You know what
look,
I mean?
I got a family
Your
member.
reaction time is not as quick when you're, on that. You know what I'm saying? So if you got little kids, you can't be quick to grab them if they about to fall because you already tight
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah.
You already, you feeling nice.
Oh. And look,
So
you said tight eyes. Look, my allergies, people. It's my allergies. Okay, don't say Mitch done hit the good gracious. Don't say that. Come on now. But
I'm
yeah,
just saying. I'm just saying. Let us know what y'all think about that, man. I know we talked about quite a few things or whatever, but when it comes to marijuana, I mean, if they do it in all states, is that a good thing? Is that a positive thing? Are we just looking out for the businesses that are grow
and the influx of money.
entrepreneurship? Hey, this is all
Yes.
entrepreneurship.
Come on.
You know.
That's
Then we got to regulate it. You got to regulate it. You got to have you because places like what is it, Amsterdam and all, and when I went over there to Prague and all that.
mhm.
So those places like that, they have regulations. You just can't just get off the street. You gotta, it has to be a certain grade, a certain this, and then you have to be in a certain vicinity. Like you could be in a cigar bar, but you'd be in a weed shop or whatever, and
Yeah,
that's where you
yeah,
got to
yeah,
smoke
yeah.
it
I
at. You
heard of
don't
those.
just, yeah. That's where you got to do these things. And that's why it'd be legal or in your own home or whatever, but not just out there at the park or just chilling, doing whatever or whatever. It's not a good look, I guess you
Yeah,
could say.
Roger that. And
Yeah.
shout out to the smoke shop. I think they located in DC, where you and your brother, yeah, look at them. We giving them a shout out right now, baby. Go by 'em.
Smoking teens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Let's go.
Yeah. Young TNT. Yeah, he loves to go there, and we always go
Yeah.
there whenever he comes to visit or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. And I know some people go the opposite route where they don't do the smoking, but they do the edibles and stuff like
Gummies.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, things that you can eat and whatever, and then that gets into your system
I heard
or
those
whatever at
gummies, you
different
can't
points.
control that. Yes.
Yeah, guaranteed. So let us know what y'all think about this. All 50 states. What do y'all think? Is that a good thing? Is that a positive thing? Is that just like whatever? You know?
That's just vape.
Yeah.
That ain't no THC. Let's go.
He got
Come
he got
on.
he got a little
No.
juice in there. He got a little juice in
Hey.
there.
It's pineapples.
Get them, YouTube. For sure. Hey, baby.
Do something. Let's go.
For sure. Below, right below me, hey, we have a playlist of similar interests and social issues and things that you are interested into. Click on it.
And congregation, just where I'm pointing. This is what YouTube recommends for you to watch because of the content that you've seen of us. Click it.
For sure.
Watch
Do it for us.
and
Below.
share it.